I have something here. Everybody got the drinks? Hopefully. We can't hear them. That's good. I got a brew dog, alcohol free. And rules, Ian. What are the rules?
No cheating allowed, or at least no being found out that you're cheating. Okay. So we will ask you the questions. Are we going to give them the answers at the end of each section, Jay?
End of each question. So we will ask them the question.
Okay.
And we'll give them 10 seconds.
Perfect.
And then we will reveal the answer. So but here is the thing. This whole thing works on a trust model, right? And self-assessment in cybersecurity words. So everybody has to score themselves. Yeah?
Absolutely.
At the end of each round, please do send us a message how much you scored. Just to the panelists, not everybody, right? Just to the panelists. If you can do that, I will do the numbers at the end and see who is the winner. Please be honest. We have a very creative way to find out if you're not. Trust me. And Ian and Ashley and myself, we're not participating, right? We're the judges, masters. Right.
I'm open to bribes, by the way, as well, just in case anybody's wondering.
In what form?
Just any form, a bribe. You know, listen, I'm not proud. So let's crack on. First question.
Right. Okay. One night only. First question. Well, we did the introductions. That's me, Alien. Right. Mr. Superman, first round. And the first question, Ian, you want to read it out?
Of course I shall. So the movie celebrity round, there's 8 questions. So the first one is, what operating system does Rami Malek use in the famous TV show Mr. Robot? I will also take Freddie Mercury as an answer as well.
Extra point if you can tell his character name in Mr. Robot. Actually, we could unmute everybody, and then after 10 seconds, why don't we give them a chance to shout?
Indeed. And by the way, cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Before Ashley, we get going properly.
How should we answer?
Ashley, do you want to unmute everyone?
How can you answer?
Hey?
How can you answer? Shout out.
Yeah, no, just answer
your system is Kali Linux, and the name of the character is Elliot.
Yeah, but you need to write down your answer and score yourself before you shout out the answer.
So that was just a test, right? That first one was a test. I think it went well.
I'm sorry, well. I can't unmute anyone on my side of things. I can't do anything really.
All right, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Right.
So moving forward from this, here's how it will work, right? We'll ask the question, we'll give you 10 seconds. Then if people are on mute or if they want to then, after those 10 seconds, shout out the answer, then feel free to do it. But then mark yourself on it as well. And remember, it's an honest game. We're honest people. Apart from me, I take bribes. So we're all working on, as Christian said before, thank you. Before you beat me to the punch, Christian, it's a zero trust model.
Right. Okay. Awesome. So, first question that worked really well, although we now know the answer. So you could get a maximum of 2 points for this one. Let's see. The answer is correct. Who said it? Pascal. Yeah. Kali Linux, Elliot Alderson. His name is.
Now, do we need the full name for the extra point and not just the first name?
First name will do.
Oh, you're too kind to these people.
I'm Mr. Kind. I'm Mr. Nice. I'm Mr. Nice.
I wouldn't have stood for it. Question 2. In what year was the movie called Hackers released?
In what year the movie called Hackers was released? Anybody wants a hint? You can raise your hands if you want a hint.
We've got a guess of 1995 on the chat.
All right, okay.
92.
95. Right. I'll go with 95.
The answer is 1995.
Answer is correct, 1995. And just to let you know, no Googling. Anyone? No Googling, please. And
that surely comes into the honesty bit, right?
yes,
The honesty bit and the trust bit, right? So that surely, if anybody thinks I'm going to be honest here in Google, I've got a surprise for you. Your cognitive biases are a little bit off.
Absolutely. Right. Are we moving on to the next question, Ian?
Question 3.
Question 3.
Who is the lead character in the movie called It's Blackhat, released in 2015? Not Backhat, although I think Backhat might have made a better movie.
Holy crap. Yes, I did a spelling mistake there. That was intentional.
Let me give you a clue. Too much hammering will make you Thor. There's a little clue for you.
You're already being bribed. Right. Everybody got their answer? Who is the lead character in the movie called Blackhat? Not Backhat. That's a intentional spelling mistake there, typo. Released in 2015. The answer is Chris Hemsworth, the Thor himself.
Indeed. I've never met the guy, but I inherently dislike him anyway. He's really good looking. He's got a great body. He can act and he can do different accents as well. I mean, what's to like about the chap, to be quite honest? I bet you he's kind to kittens also.
he's too good, so that's why I don't like him. Too sexy. Is he Australian or Kiwi?
Australian, I think. I bumped into his brother once in London. He's as annoyingly as good looking as his other brother.
Oh, is he? Right. Okay. Well, we don't like the family then.
Oh, no, we don't talk about them.
Right.
Okay, there was a movie released in 2014 depicting Alan Turing's deciphering efforts during World War II. What's the name of it? I'll even throw in another bonus point here. Who or which country in the Second World War found the machine that is at the center of this movie? So which country found it?
Which country found that machine?
So obviously Germany had the machine, but there was a country that found it and then handed it over to the British. They tried to hand it over to the French first, and the French wanted nothing to do with it. And then they handed it over to the British. So which country? And it wasn't the Netherlands.
So if somebody answers, we get what? They get extra 3 points?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, it's good I'm not participating. I don't know the answer anyway.
Yeah, somebody's just got the answer right.
Yeah, it's Poland.
It is Poland.
Poland. So, right, there you go. The answer. The movie was The Imitation Game. And it's a fantastic movie.
It's a great movie.
If you haven't watched it, it's brilliant.
It's a great movie. Okay, so what is the name? So question 5. Question 5. Surely we should have some kind of music or something like that. Anyway, I've just done it. What is the name of Republican vice presidential candidate for the US during the 2008 elections whose Yahoo Mail account was hacked? So we need their name, not the fact that they're an idiot who supports gun ownership and are quite willing to shoot anything in sight. Just remember, with answering in the chat, give everybody some time to have a think about this and answer it themselves, because then we'll release the answer or ask people if they want to give the answer at that point. So
yeah, it will be tricky if somebody just giving the answer away. You gotta wait.
Oh, only you can see my answers. Nobody else can.
Oh, you're only doing it to the panelists. Well, give us a score towards the end of the round. Right, cool.
So the name is Sarah Palin. An extra point. Where's she from? Do we know?
Sarah Palin. Is she from Glasgow?
Yeah, of course. That like I'm gonna offend any Glaswegians on this No, I've been thrown at the horseshoe bar once, and once is enough, by the way. She is from Alaska. You are right. Yeah,
All
she's from Alaska.
Wow.
It seems to be the best place for it. Put it further away from everybody else in the world with their guns and their kind of view on that point.
The only reason I said Glasgow was most of the sailors I met, they're all from Glasgow.
Fair enough. Or the Scottish variant of Sarah, I believe, is Morag. Is that correct? I'm right in that, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Only Scotland they call Sarah.
Question six. Which Hollywood actor's Twitter account was compromised while he was using open Wi-Fi when he was speaking at a TED conference? So following the incident, Twitter implemented HTTPS for all accounts. And if you don't know, here's a little clue for you. Dude, where's my password? There's a little clue for you.
Which Hollywood actor's Twitter account was compromised while he was using open Wi-Fi when he was speaking at a TED conference? Too long question. Following the incident, Twitter implemented well, Mark is on the ball here. Mark Riddle. It seems like he's going to win.
He is on the ball. I'm just kind of in my own mind. I'm thinking, how long would it take me to type that into Google and then hit search? So if somebody's instant with their answers to the panelists, you know that they're not doing that. You know they're on the ball.
Yeah.
Or I've already given them the answers for the backhander they've given me already from a bribe.
Brilliant. Some of you got the answer correct. It's Ashton Kutcher himself, Mr. Steve Jobs on screen.
So question seven of eight. No phone a friend. Which cloud service was Jennifer Lawrence using when she was hacked in 2014? Which is, gosh, it's 7 years ago now, right?
Oh man, I was very young at the time.
I was still in my 40s.
I thought you were still in your 40s.
I'm in my 40s for about another 4 months.
Oh wow.
What do you mean, oh wow? You mean, oh wow, oh you don't really look that old, or oh wow, I thought you were a lot older than that?
No, I was thinking if I can look as good as you when I get to 50, I don't mind it. You know.
Oh, you silver tongue devil, you.
Hey, English is not my first language, but I try. So which cloud service was Jennifer Lawrence using when she was hacked in 2014? Well, it's kind of easy to guess, isn't it? It's iCloud.
It is iCloud.
iCloud, the Apple stuff. Okay, last question of the eight of the eight. Ian.
So in 2010, hackers replaced Spanish Prime Minister José Luis Rodríguez Zapatero's photo on European Union website with whom? A funny Hollywood personality. So whose photo did they substitute for the Spanish Prime Minister in 2010 on the European Union website?
You know what's good with this question? It takes time to type that into Google. The name.
It does, absolutely. So if you know it, you know it. We've had a shout of Borat. That's nice, but it's not right. Pascal.
Pascal is getting everything right.
Top man.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Some of you got the answer correct. Hope everybody got your answers right. It's Mr. Bean. No, Rowan Atkinson is not the right answer.
Super. So are we going to pause and take scores on the doors, or are we going to crack right on to the next round?
What do you think? What do you think we should do?
Where are we now? We're on 25 past. I think we've got a hard stop, haven't we, for the awards coming up?
Yeah, so we should just crack on.
Let's crack on. Let's move on to the next round.
Let's move
Store
on.
Store your scores. We'll have the scores on the doors a little bit later on.
All right. Yeah, please keep everybody after round one, total up your scores and keep it at that so that we can, you know which round you did well.
Remember the extra points we offered as well, because we can't remember them. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. We won't remember them. You got a chance to make some extra points up here.
Hey, It's okay. I'll remember. I'm non-alcoholic stuff tonight.
Was it 2 points per right answer or plus the bonus point, or was it
1 point for the answer.
and an extra point for the bonus point?
Yes, extra
Apart from
point
the
for the bonus
Poland
point.
answer, which you got 3 extra points for.
Yeah. So with the Poland ones, you got +2, right? So that's 11 points in total for the round 1. Right. Cool.
Right, history round. Oh, history. Here we go. 8 questions. Question 1. Who is depicted on the mask that has become the symbol of Anonymous? And then there's an extra point if you can tell us the year that they plotted the assassination of King James. So that should give you a clue of who it is.
I was going to say Mark will be like, he was. That's spot on. Mark, can you tell us the year?
Not a clue. No idea.
Funny enough, in the story to breaking the plot for what was happening, it has a very relevant story to security because they were using substitution ciphers, I think it was, to exchange information, and that's actually how they broke the plot, by breaking the substitution cipher between the two.
Wow.
And that comes out of Simon Singh's code book. So just to prove I read books or sometimes read books, that's in Simon Singh's code book. And if you've never read it, it's an amazing book about cryptography.
So, brilliant. The answer is, yeah, Guy Fawkes, 1605. We have Guy Fawkes. Right.
Next question.
Next question.
These now. In which version of Microsoft Windows was Active Directory released?
In which version of Microsoft Windows was Active Directory released? Mark, I'm sorry. Hey, you can't change the answer. Whatever you put the answer down, that's your answer.
We only accept first answers.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, we're not asking for a year. We're asking the version of Windows.
Yeah. Well, the version has the year in it. This one.
Even that?
Oh, sorry. I messed it up. Right.
So you go off people instantly. Gene has just said they were 12 when this happened. So, I mean, that just makes you feel really old indeed.
I was 12. So what does that mean? 32 years now? Who is that? Gene. So that's like 48 in woman years, right? Sorry, I'm only joking. Hey, everyone, please don't take any offense.
Oh, listen, Jay, you don't worry about this. If anyone's going to hell, it's me. I'm going there, and I'm taking one for the team when I get there as well. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Question 3: Who founded DEF CON? And that is not a rap group either.
Do you know, Ian? Do you know the answer for this?
Do I know the answer for it?
Yeah.
I've got the answer in front of me.
That's a daft question, isn't it?
You gave me the answer sheet. I mean, I know I'm some kind of moron.
Who's Pascal? He's getting everything right. Right. Whoever, I'll tell you something after this round. For the highest scorers.
Let's give them the answer and put it out the mess. Now we should have asked for the what was their alias. That's what we should have asked for, or their pseudonym.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could have given an extra point, huh?
Yeah.
It's Jeff Moss, also known as Dark Tangent. Mm-hmm. Question number 4, Ian.
Who is considered the father of SSL?
It's a bit technical, isn't it?
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but we need to mix it up, you see. Whoever this Pascal is, we need to put him on live and ask more questions.
Either that or he's hacked our machines.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
he got my maybe he got my answer sheet here. Right, that's the answer. Correct answer. Tahir El Gamal. And let's move on to the next question.
Okay, perfecto. What day is known as the Computer Security Day? And an extra point if you can tell us the year that it started.
Computer Security Day. Mr. Toon, do you know the answer?
Of course I don't.
Good man. Good man.
You.
Computer Security Day.
It's every day. It's every day, man. What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
You're a CSO. It's every day, yeah.
I mean, if this was what is Star Wars Day, you know, we'd all be on it then, right?
8th of April. Everyone knows that.
Absolutely.
Right. The answer is 30th of November, 1988.
Do you know what? I'm impressed with some of the answers. Even if you guys are Googling it, which I don't think you are, I'm still impressed with the answers that are coming through. I'm taking if I had a hat on, I'd take it off.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we didn't bring one today.
Exactly.
Right. This is just 3 years after I was born, 1988. Right.
What? 3? Oh, God. Again, you go off people really quickly.
There's no way
Anyway,
he's younger than me, Ian. There's no way he's younger than me. Not a chance.
Who is that?
Mark.
Mark.
There's
Right,
no way
okay.
you're younger than me, Jai. Not a chance.
Well, where is my driving license? Oh shit! I'm wearing a short here. I left my pants in the dressing room. Right, go on.
I was about to leave school, for crying out loud, or asked to leave school. It's the same thing in Liverpool. Right, question 6. The term cloud computing was believed to be first introduced in which year? It was introduced at an industry conference. An extra point if you can name who introduced it.
Hey, Pascal, you got it wrong. Da, 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 da. Gene, how old were you at this time?
18, no?
Do the math, 6, so 18.
18.
Yeah. Right, okay, let's do this. Oh, Pascal, you got it right. It's 2006. Eric Schmidt. Eric Schmidt?
Schmidt, you're right.
Is it German
Again,
name?
your German is better than my German, and your English is better than my English.
I'll take that as a compliment tonight.
It is, absolutely.
Thank you.
Next question. Question 7. There was Steve Wozniak, co-founded Apple. He was a member of a computer club when Apple was founded. What was the club called? And an extra point if you can tell the exact date that Apple was founded.
Hey. Steve Wozniak. Oh, you see, it's not right. Steve Wozniak.
Wozniak.
Co-founder of Apple. Was a member of the computer club. What is it? Abhilash got right. Nico's got right. Brilliant. Well, you're right. It's Homebrew Computer Club. Apple was founded on 1st April 1976.
And from that date forward until about 10 years ago, they were embroiled with the Beatles in a tug of war over the Apple logo, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It was only just recently that they sorted all that out, which is why the Beatles songs then appeared on the Apple Music store.
Wow.
Kevin, I like you. You know I like you anyway, but since you turned 7 on that day, we're from a similar age. In which year was the Computer Misuse Act introduced in the UK?
If you follow me on LinkedIn, you would have known the answer.
And if you follow me on LinkedIn, you wouldn't have known the answer. You just know a bunch of knobgags.
Nikos, you got a big typo in your answer. Okay, yeah, you got it right now. But the answer is not right. How are you doing, Alison?
rubbish. Although my gin is nice. That's as much as I can say.
And the chocolate?
Gin.
Chocolate is very good.
Good.
Do you have a cup like this for your gin?
If you bring it closer to the screen, buddy, that probably represents the size of the glass that she should have.
The gin glass.
Again, answer 1990. 8 questions. Question 8, answer 8. Right.
Answer 8, question 8. That's the end of the second round.
Top your scores up. Keep your scores on the doors.
Yeah, we're heading into the third round. We have 24 minutes. Last 5 minutes, we need to do the math. So let's say another 15.
And it will take 5 minutes to do the math, by the way.
It may be more for me.
Do we not have some AI algorithm somewhere that can do this for us?
It's on its way. It's
Good.
coming.
Good.
It's coming.
I like it. I like it. Let's get to the next with bated breath. Cyber incidents round.
Incidents are Mr. Toon will do walk through.
Be all over this.
He will be
all over this like this.
I'm currently hitting 7 out of 16. I'm not doing too well.
That's good.
You got 7 more than I got, and I've got the answers in front of me.
Right.
Here we go. Question 1. There was a book published in 2019 focusing on NotPetya and the Maersk incident. What is the name? Extra point if you can tell us the author.
Who is in the comments first? Mark, Pascal, Abhilash, come on. Excuse me. It's a brilliant book, by the way. Have you read it, Ian?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
I listen to it. I listen to audiobooks usually, but it's brilliant.
Yeah, me too. Actually, audiobooks I found, especially when I was traveling a lot, was perfect. Obviously now I'm not. I have to learn how to turn a page on a book again.
Turn the page, right?
Or as Jimmy Carr says in his joke, my friend said to me, "You got to read this book. It's a page turn." He said, "Yeah, I know how books work." Yeah. Right.
The answer is Sandworm, and the author of the book is Andy Greenberg. It's a brilliant book. If you
now, are we giving points to people who spelt that incorrectly?
Yeah, we could. Well, their intention is right, so
Okay.
We can get away with spelling. We had a typo.
We're not Googling.
Who's that?
If we misspelled, this means that we're not Googling.
Oh, yeah, good point. And if you have misspelled and you've made it as one word, does it mean you're wrong as well?
Yeah, but the answer was sandworm and not worm.
Right. Okay, cool.
Right. So question 2, what attack exploit technique was used by hackers in the TalkTalk data breach? There's an extra point if you can tell the fine issued by the ICO to TalkTalk. Maybe an extra point if you can say who the CEO or the CISO was at the time, and she had some involvement during the COVID crisis with the government.
Was it? Yeah, it was she, right? Yeah, she was involved with track and trace, wasn't she?
She was indeed, and she also starred on a duet with Eminem on one of his songs, didn't she? Or her first name. There's a little bit of a clue for you.
All right. Okay. The exploit technique. It ends with an injection. Right. CISO died a death in that interview. Alison, right. The answer is correct. Some of you pointed out it's a SQL injection, 400,000 pounds, UK pounds fine.
And Jim is actually right. Dido Harding.
Hey, here is something for you. In long time ago, I used to think SQL and SQL are different.
And that's okay. Actually, there's people who get a little bit bent out of shape if you use one or the other, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Somebody asked me, do you know SQL? I said, no, but I know SQL. You should have seen their face. I genuinely did think like that. So.
Well, I was around when SQL Slammer first hit back in the day. I was working for Semantic in their SOC when it hit, and sticky stuff hit the fan that day, I can tell you.
Oh, wow. You're old.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Cyber incidents round question 3. This popular cyber attack on an Iranian nuclear plant has highlighted the use of cyber weapons against ICS or industrial control systems. What is it called?
Mr. Toon, if you got this wrong,
So
you got to resign.
Rainier,
No pressure.
Rainier, your answer is partly right, but that's the approach that they took. We're looking for the name of the APT that hit it. There you go. There you go.
The answer. Yeah, there you go. That's Stuxnet.
Indeed.
Question
4.
Question 4.
The guy who believed to have saved the internet in 2017 by stopping the spread of WannaCry ransomware, what's his name? Extra point if you can tell us the name of his blog. If only, Mark. If only.
If only, yeah.
So actually, interestingly enough, there is an Ian Murphy who is a hacker or claims to be a hacker. An extra bonus point on top of that, if you can give us his name, his hacker's name.
Mm.
So we need the answer to this, and then the hacker name of the chap called Ian Murphy, and he was kind of rose to prominence in the mid to late 80s.
So it's like his screen name, is it?
Yeah,
Name, yeah.
People call him a bit of a fantasist. I mean, it seems to be attached to the Ian Murphy name. Yes, correct, Nikos.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the correct answer. It's a Marcus Hutchins malware tech. Yeah.
And the extra point, Nikos has got it right, is Captain Zap.
Captain Zap. Wow. Okay.
He got the name because of a serial in the States. It had a whistle in it, and if you blew the whistle down the phone line, you could get free time down the phone line. It was the right frequency to do that.
Wow.
There you go, 2600. Thank you, Joe. In 2011, a software development student from York hacked Facebook. He was sentenced in 2012. What's his name?
Oh, wow. Nikos is on top of it.
On the ball.
On the ball. Before the ball.
That was my tackling technique when I was a footballer, Jay, was before the ball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It was during the 90s when you could assault people when you played football without them rolling on the floor and needing a cuddle before they got back up again.
Oh, wow. Did you play for what, Liverpool or?
Oh, if only. No, my pro team was Bury, but I played junior football up in Fife. So those people who know junior football up in Fife, they know it's a hardy game.
Oh, wow. Junior football. That's like before I was born, it seems.
Well, no, in the UK, we call it semi-pro. Sorry, in England, we call it semi-pro. Up in Scotland, they call it junior football.
All right. Okay. So it's nothing to do with age?
No, nothing to do with age.
All right. Okay.
No, and I've still got scars on my forehead from it, believe it or not.
Right. Kira is saying, I'm surprised you still have your looks from it.
A manager once said to me, you can't be a proper centre-half because you've never had your nose broken. Anyway.
Some of you got the answer correct. It's Glenn Mangum. And I think it's Sandeep Patel, who was the QC who dealt with it at the time. Yeah.
Nice info. Question 6. What was the amount of money British Airways was fined by the Information Commissioner's Office for their 2018 data breach? Again, an extra point if you can give us the original amount that they intended to fine BA with.
What was the actual amount BA was fined? And
the original
point. Yeah, original amount. Okay, I'll tell you the actual amount is 20 million, but the original intention was 183 million pounds. Yeah, 20 million, what, less than the cost of toilet paper they use per year or something? Wasn't it, Ian?
Isn't that amazing how people reduce those amounts of money to make it seem as if it's not enough or things like that? I find that it's almost when people complain about salaries of people who do really great work, like nurses and doctors and stuff, and try and compare it to footballers and things like that. It's totally, it makes a mockery sometimes of what these people get for rolling about on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
In 2016, Adult Friend Finder had a data breach. So question 7. In 2016, Adult Friend Finder had a data breach. It's one of the biggest data breaches ever. Can you tell us how many accounts were impacted by this? And also if you were one of the ones impacted by it as well. You don't have to say the last bit. You don't have to say the last bit.
Just tell yourself, yeah.
Real or fake accounts, Joseph, it depends how many you've had. Depends how many accounts you've had, mate.
How many did you create? 1 month trial, 1 month trial, 1 month trial.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Christian. Total amount equals Ian's plus N. Yeah, you're right. That is the algorithm you need.
Right. The last question of the third round, the 7 out of 7 questions here. And the answer to this question is 412 million user accounts. Some of you got 412 correct and some of you got 400. So give yourself 1 point. Right. Mr. Murphy, we are
Awesome.
heading up to the last of the round.
Are we in the last round? So we're in the last round, and what we've got possibly 10 minutes or so left, right? Before we need to do totting up and awarding the. That's enough of that, Siobhan. It's enough of that kind of speak on the chat. I have feelings too, you know. So right, next round.
Next round, right? The operator.
Miscellaneous round, brilliant. Question 1. Trademarks are valid for how many years in the UK?
Christian, shout out.
50 years.
So again, Christian, you work for a solicitor's firm and you're a CISO. You're not getting any security questions right, and you can't get the legal questions right either.
Yeah, well, no. I'm holding out for the music round, but never mind.
I wanted to do a music round, but I mandated that I had to sing all the songs. Jay put a stop to that. He wasn't having any of it.
No. I didn't want to die tonight.
Or I just died in your arms tonight. Who was that by? An extra point. An extra point if somebody can tell me who sang I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight.
I just died.
Yes. Rachel, get in there. Mike, get in there. Nice.
Awesome. Cutting through.
It is also, I was going to say, it's also the name of many hairdressers up and down the country. No, Nikos, not Brian Adams, but not a bad guess.
Mm-hmm.
A wrong guess, obviously, but not a bad guess. The answer was Cutting Crew. Yes.
Cool.
Right. Question
number 2.
Which day of the year is World Password Day?
We looked at the Security Day. Now we're looking at the World Password Day. And we have a World Backup Day as well. But it's not part of the quiz. Which day of the year is the World Password Day? Let's look at the answer. First Thursday in May. Let's see how many of you got right. Oh, Gene is on the fire. Like on the fire. Awesome.
Kira makes a very good point. Who creates all of these days? Every day is a day of some sort. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
We'll
it's almost like when men complain about Women's Day, and there is actually a Man's Day, but men still complain about Women's Day as if we don't have everything our own way most of the time. You know, it's a weird thing altogether.
Ian, today is the Tuxedo Day.
Today is Tuxedo Day. Will forever be known as Tuxedo Day.
Tuxedo boys.
Not wearing a tuxedo, shame on you. Question 3. Which Scottish royal figure wrote messages and secret code describing their plans to assassinate her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I? This is also in the Simon Singh code book.
If you are Scottish and you got this answer wrong,
again,
that's not good. That's no good.
I just as an aside, I lived in Edinburgh for a year in the early 90s. But the first time I've ever been to the castle was last year. My wife and I went to the castle. One of the best experiences of my life. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. You probably never go to these places if you live in the city, right? You only do it as a tourist.
Yeah, I lived in Edinburgh for 3 years. The best cities in the world.
Oh, especially in the early 90s as well, because the clubs shut in England at 2:00. In Edinburgh, they stayed open till 4:00. I was 21, 22. What's not to love about that, right?
Absolutely. And second best city is the Glasgow. Let's make.
I'm making a case for Glasgow, and I'm not going to argue with anybody who says Glasgow's better either. By the way, although my one time of drinking in Glasgow ended up with me thrown on the pavement. I think we've already discussed that.
Wow. Hey, and the best, another best city is Aberdeen. Just to put it out there.
Mary Queen of Scots. There you go. There's the answer.
Mary Queen of Scots. Just a quick story. You know, I came from India, right? To become a citizen, I had to write a test in life in the UK test. For the test, I had to read all these things. When did the War of White Roses happen? You know, who is the husband of the Queen Elizabeth II? Or, you know, oh man, crazy.
Funnily enough, tests that 90% of the UK public would fail.
Yes.
Funnily enough.
Question number 4.
Question number 4. Who is the founder of the website Have I Been Pwned or Owned, however you want to pronounce it? And if you don't use this, yes, you're right, Jim. If you don't use this, if you've never checked your accounts, please go and check your accounts on that website.
Absolutely. And this guy is Australian, is that right, Ian?
Yes, he is. So we did a chat with Lisa Fort. I had him on her Rebooting podcast, and he did a chat with Lisa, and she said what a lovely, Lisa's a good friend of mine, and she said what a lovely chap he is. And he came over that way, actually. So he's now based in the States, but yes, he comes from, I can't remember where he said in Australia. Did he say Sydney or Brisbane? I can't remember.
I think it's Sydney. I met him once and he wanted a selfie, so I had to oblige, you know.
Well, you know, what can you do, buddy?
Hey.
You've just got to keep him happy.
Yeah, we are the tuxedo boys, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
Question 4.
He wanted to sell the website as well.
Say that again.
He wanted to sell his website, Have I Been Pwned, but it hasn't been sold yet.
Yes, that deal fell through. I think he put a blog on his website, exactly what happened and everything. Yeah, that's a good point. Right, cool.
Question 5, true or false?
Question.
This is about Mr. Krebs. Brian Krebs, an American journalist and cybercrime investigative reporter, and Chris Krebs, former United States Director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, are related. That's easy for me to say. So Brian Krebs, American journalist, cybercrime investigative reporter, and Chris Krebs, former United States Director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, are related. So we've had a false, we've had a yes, we've had a true, or we've had a 50-50. The tension is palpable, I think they say.
True or false? True or false? Come on, true or false?
Just 1 second, Jay. A point of order. Joseph, if the options are true or false, absolutely not is not an acceptable answer. Just making a point.
Yeah. Square pegs and round holes, isn't it? Right. What's the answer here?
Open a pineapple under the sea. I think they did. That is possibly a reference to SpongeBob SquarePants, Kev. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, it is. Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
Of course, yes.
Spend my weekends watching kids' TV, so I know more about that than I do cyber.
Right.
It actually dates you when you know what's happening in kids' TV about what went on when you were watching it with your kids, actually. So, yes, the answer is false.
Well, answer is the false, and let's see how many of you can get the next question right. True.
Who is in this photo?
Who is in this photo? Ian, you don't have this question.
No, I don't. But I'll accept Captain Birdseye or Santa's younger brother?
Who is that? Mike Smith, the Clangers? No. Come on, we're running out of time. Kevin Mitnick, come on.
Kira's just said she's watching Friends with hers. I think that's now abuse, actually, Kira. I think that's NSPCC have banned Friends for everybody, not just
No way, it's hilarious. Timeless.
Whoever said it's Kevin Mitnick, you should have gone to Specsavers. Hey, no offense again. Right.
It's not. I don't think it's John either, Christian, because he's not holding a gun and he doesn't look absolutely mental.
We haven't got the right answer yet. Come on. Pascal. I don't know. Doubt it. Right, there you go. It's Vince Cerf, American internet pioneer, and he's recognized as one of the fathers of the internet.
Nice.
It is a funny story. I met him once at an award ceremony, and I confused him for somebody else. And I spoke to him for 5 minutes as somebody else.
That's even better.
Right, last question.
Don't worry, we're nearly out of this. In what year was the National Cybersecurity Center, or NCSC, established? An extra point if you name the founding CEO.
Kiara, I know you can get second answer right. You need to get the first one right, though. Come on, Kiara. That's where I went wrong.
Good shout, Mark.
Mark, what's the year? Googling. No, come on.
Oh, some people are including middle names. That's got to be a bonus point if you get the middle name right as well.
Absolutely. Gene is on fire, as I said. Yeah. Gene is on fire. 1974. Come on, dude. Mark, 2006, guess. Right. Last question and the last answer of the night. Of a fantastic night so far. It's a bit quiet, but yeah. 2016. Kieran Martin.
Yes.
Kieran Martin? Kieran Martin. Kieran Martin.
Kieran, yep.
There you go. Right. Brilliant. Ian, that's it. We are done with the quiz. So we have 2 minutes to go. And what should we do?
Well, let's get people to shout out, unmute yourselves if you can, shout out your answers. Scores on the doors.
Or send us your scores in the chat there. Quickly, just total them up. Come on. Okay, Abhilash, Rachel, Nikos. All right, come on. Christian, what did you score?
That's impressive.
I got 10 out of 30, if maths are right.
I thought you were saying 7 out of 16, and you were 30. That's impressive.
Well, that was after the first 2 rounds.
That's
and I got a massive 3 across those 14.
Gene, there were not even 45 marks. How did you get 45?
However, you've got to be impressed that they've taken it the extra step to say they've got 45 marks. I like it.
That's good. Right. Cool. Send us your marks, your whatever you total there. Just send us through the chat. And what we will do, we'll pick a winner and surprise you.
By the way, by surprise, it doesn't mean me and the big man are going to turn up in our tuxedos and start singing Nessun Dorma at you. That's not going to happen. It might, but it's not.
All right. Gene is leading with 45. What do you want to do, Ian? Ask another quick question to Gene.
So one last question to finish. Oh, wow. So which was the first song ever played on Radio 1 and who was the band?
Come on, whoever answers this. With some impressive scores, of course.
Yes, Kevin.
Gene said something.
Gene, Kevin just beat you to it. Who was the band? Yes. Get in there. Extra point if you name the singer of the band.
Kevin, Gene, come on.
Yes, Kevin's the man. Kevin is the man. The answer is Flowers in the Rain. The band is The Move. And the singer is Roy Wood, also of Wizard, aka I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day.
Alison, how did you score? Kevin, unmute yourself and tell us your score.
46.
Piss off, dude.
I didn't even get 4 plus 6. I was rubbish.
We're right at the top of the hour. Everybody, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've had a blast doing it. Let's maybe do this type of stuff again. It's great for the community, and enjoy the awards presentation.
Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Right, enjoy
Bye.
the
Thank
awards.
you.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right.
That was good, Jay.
Is that Madhu?
Yes, sir.
Hey, dude.
That was good. That was fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit of music and video would have been
No,
more
that's good, man. The combination of questions and that was good. That was nice. I really enjoyed it.
Ian, it's all Ian. Ian brought the night to the night.
That's nice. That's good.
I just turn up and with my big gob and just talk. That's all it is.
No, you did really well. Without you, it would have been really boring. Trust me.
That was a great, Ian. Good job, Ian.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
And it's good to bounce out that conversation with somebody like you. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, okay, cool. I will go and attend the awards now. But Ian, hey, I can't thank you enough, and I owe you a favor.
My pleasure, pal. My pleasure. Always is. Let's wait until we can get out of this, and then we'll have a night up in Edinburgh or something like that, or Aberdeen. We'll have a wee dram.
It's on me, right? Cool. Right.
Take
Have
care.
a nice one. Cheers.